Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Halos and Heroes back again. Today we're going to be doing Sabaton, the Red Baron animated story. I have not heard this, and I am not sure what to expect. So I do know on their animated short stories they kind of go over the history of what is happening. So we'll go ahead and skip the history lesson this time. For the live shows, I'll include it. But without further delay, let's go.
It's January 1917, and in an airfield, a young pilot is directing men to paint his Albatross fighter. Other pilots look on in awe. This young pilot with 16 victories to his name is the new commander of Yasta 11. It contains many elite and legendary pilots, but none can compare to this young man, stood bolt upright. He knows he is better than anyone else out there. The work is done. The plane stands in all its scarlet Teutonic glory. The pilot is Manfred von Richthofen, and on this day, the day he chose to paint his plane bright red, it is the birth of a new name, a legendary name that will never die, the Red Baron. That will never die, the Red Baron.
That is an amazing screenshot moment. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. Let's go ahead and capture that. So far, it's amazing. 16 victories under his belt to this point. And the birth of a legacy, the Red Baron, starts here. That's crazy to think about.
Success after success came to Yasta 11 under the Red Baron's tutelage. Richthofen had been a student of a genius aviation tactician named Oswald Bolka. Bolka's dictates were the essential rules for successful air combat. Richthofen embraced them, taught them, and enhanced them.
Really quick, the best way to learn is to teach. First of all, you're passing on the knowledge that you've gained to other people to help them be more successful. But ultimately, by putting that information out there, you're also helping to retain it yourself. The more you say it, the more you do it, the more muscle memory you gain from it. So not only is he teaching others to be like him, but he's also helping to remind himself some of those finer points and finer details. It's a great way to do it.
How can I be like you? Aim for the man, and don't miss him. He urged his men to fight on and fly on to the last drop of blood and the last drop of fuel, to the last beat of the heart. Richthofen and his Yasta 11 would become the nemesis of the Royal Flying Corps. The Yasta 11 in the heavens would seem like gods or demons to those on the ground. Stuck in the mud and the trenches, seeing the red whirling beast spitting fire overhead, the Germans whispered his name in awe, Der Rote Kampfflieger. The Allies whispered it in equal fear and awe, the Red Baron. But there was one thing that all sides agreed upon. He was the king of the sky.
All right, before we get into this, I was reading that both Parr and Joachim said that Johann Sebastian Bach immediately came to mind in regard to this track as kind of that intro, that build into the song itself. Now, like I said in the beginning, this is a blind reaction, but hearing that organ and hearing Johann in there, they were spot on. Now, the reason I like Sabaton and I've gotten so into them is because I'm a huge history buff. I love history, but having it told in this fashion makes it intriguing. I want to know more. I want to take this in because this is an aspect of history that I haven't delved too deeply in. So anytime I get a chance to learn, I'm here for it. The music is awesome with Sabaton. I don't know about this song in particular, but I'm just saying I know Sabaton's music is amazing. It's an adrenaline rush every time I listen to it. So without further delay, let's keep going. All right, pausing for just a second. Man and his machine, there's and nothing there in between, a flying circus and a man from Prussia. Now, from what I understand, the 4, 6, 8, and 10 were combined in a way because of their colorfully painted aircraft and became known as the Flying Circus. Let me know in the comments if I'm off. The sky and a plane, this man commands his domain. The Western Front and all the way to Russia. Looking at the stats, 245 victories, 22 personal victories, 4 in one day. That's incredible. Death from above, you're under fire. Stained red as blood, he's roaming higher. Born a soldier from the horseback to the skies, that's where the legend will arise. And he's flying. Higher, the king of the sky. He's flying too fast and he's flying too high. Higher, an eye for an eye. This legend will never die. So, that's where we're at. I can honestly say the music at this point is sweeping. It's killing me. I am digging it. I don't mean killing me in a bad way. I mean like I'm rocking. I'm still not feeling well, but I'm getting into it either way. So let's keep going.
And he's flying, and he's flying, and he's flying higher. The king of the sky, he's flying too fast and he's flying too high. Higher, an eye for an eye, the legend will never die. Higher, the king of the sky, he's flying too fast and he's flying too high. Higher, an eye for an eye, the legend will never die.
Sorry about that. Let me try that again. First to the scene, he's a lethal machine. It's bloody April and the tide is turning. Fire at will, it's the thrill of the kill. 4 in a day, shot down with engines burning. No cuts, no edits. If I make a mistake, I just forgot to turn my mic back on, so I apologize for the pause there. Embrace the fame, Red Squadron leader. Call out his name. Wrote Kampflieger. I probably butchered that. In the game to win, a gambler rolls the dice. 80 allies paid the price. Higher, higher, the king of the sky. He's flying too fast and he's flying too high. He's flying higher, an eye for an eye. The legend will never die. Higher. Born a soldier from the horseback to the skies, and the legend never dies. And he's flying. Now that is an awesome catch right there. And the look of victory on his face says it all. And we're going to be winding down into the end of this, so I'm going to try not to pause it anymore. But I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. I know I have. Let's go.
His injuries caused him repeated issues, with headaches and nausea. He also suffered a change in mood and temperament, which became darker. The thrill of combat lessened. He wrote, "I am in wretched spirits after every aerial combat. I believe that the war is not as the people at home might imagine it, with a hurrah and a roar. It's very serious, very grim." On April the 21st, 1918, the Red Baron got into his famous Fokker triplane and took off into the morning sky. It was the flight that would bring his life to an end. He spotted a Sopwith camel and gave chase. This time, it seems, he may not have realized he was behind enemy lines while chasing the Sopwith at a very low altitude. At the time, due to wind conditions and the moving of the front lines, he uncharacteristically continued the chase too far. In the last moments of his life, he managed to make a rough landing in a field north of the village of Vaux-sur-Somme. Several Australian servicemen rushed up to the downed triplane to hear the Red Baron's last words. Kaput. The king of the sky was dead, but his legend would never die. The Red Baron was treated with great respect and was interred with full military honours by the personnel of No. 3 Squadron, Australian Flying Corps. Allied squadrons stationed nearby came to pay their respects. Memorial wreaths were laid, one of which was inscribed with the words, "To our gallant and worthy foe."
I don't know about y'all, but that ending gave me chills. Sabaton just has a way with that. The music was amazing. The guitar solos were great. But then you wrap it up with the unfortunate conclusion. And yet even in death, the Red Baron was still highly honored and highly respected. And wow, they bring legacies to life in a way that so few can. I'm always impressed. I genuinely am. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been Halos and Heroes. I wouldn't call this a second wind, maybe a half wind. I'll probably record a couple more videos while I'm still upright, and then I will bid you all adieu. But thank you for being here as always. This has been Halos and Heroes. I love you. You're not alone. I care.